Nigeria's state-owned NNPC has signed a deal to exit the long-standing joint venture agreement with international oil companies in a move seen to maximize benefits from the oil industry. Petroleum Minister Ibe Kachikwu says his government can no longer afford paying oil companies under the joint venture cash calls. CCTV's Kelechi Emekalam takes a closer look at the significance of exiting the joint venture agreement with oil companies.
The deal that would put an end to the federal government paying oil companies billions of dollars was signed on Friday. By the time an exit agreement was signed, the government had already accumulated $6.8 billion in arrears to be paid to oil companies. $1.7 billion of that has now been written off, but the balance of $5.1 billion would have to be paid. Cash calls are the government's financial obligations to joint venture projects between the state oil firm, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, and international and local oil companies. Nigerian government is struggling to revive its economy hit by a slump in global oil prices. It says the money that was previously spent on servicing the joint venture agreement will now go into financing its budget deficits.
With the deal, essentially, we've gotten some sort of debt relief from cash calls that were owed previously. Nigeria was owing some significant amount of cash calls to the IOCs, and I think they've agreed to allow Nigeria pay back those cash calls from new production that will be coming on stream from 2018. A total of about $5.1 billion will be repaid out of new oil that will be produced from new projects that will be brought on stream between 2018 and 2020, but it will run for a period of 5 years, so roughly about $1.1 billion a year. Will be taken from our revenues from that oil. Now, that's depending on the amount of oil we're able to bring that's not a very large figure.
But Nigeria needs to quickly ramp up its oil production levels. Its oil production has again fallen to 1.8 million barrels per day from 1.9 peak since resurgence of militancy in the oil-rich Niger Delta.
The negotiations that need to go on haven't been concluded yet. The discussions around how to address the social issues in the Niger Delta, how to address the militancy issue in the Niger Delta, a lot of plans are still ongoing. For instance, NNPC is talking about the fact that they want to set up a protection force, which will be mandated with protecting key facilities. That's a very good step. There's also need to tackle the social issues in these communities, lack of infrastructure, lack of healthcare, lack of education, lack of proper amenities. So that has to be addressed as well. So when those issues are tackled, then we can actually see oil companies going back to their fields and restarting production.
The government has been exploring oil in the Lake Chad region as alternative source, but that will not give it the quick solution it badly needs. Resolving the hostilities in the volatile Niger Delta is what it really needs to turn its economic diversification dreams into a reality. Kelechi, Emekalam, CCTV, Abuja, Nigeria.